All right, Nicole, thanks for joining us on fRAMily Features. I mean, you're one of our own. You're in the Alumni Relations Department, so thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
So how did you land in the Alumni Relations office? I know you're an assistant here, so how did that all happen?
Yeah, so my sister actually attended Framingham State as well. So I would visit her when she was a freshman and fell in love with the campus and decided to then apply to Framingham myself. She actually got a job in the office before me and pushed me to then apply to be a student worker in the department. And she's like, you should do it, you should do it. And I got the job, and then the rest is kind of history from there.
Yeah. So what is it about the campus that you fell in love with? I mean, I know there is an intangible when you're just walking around here. It's up on the hill. It's vintage. Is it just so many different things?
For me, it was more or less the beauty of the campus itself, and then also the class size.
Sure.
I really wanted to be in a class size no more than like 20 kids. And where else I applied, it was kind of bigger schools. And I felt like the teacher to student ratio was a lot better here at Framingham State. They could dedicate a lot more one-on-one, or just kind of, focus on students and their needs better than someone who has a class of like 50. Yeah. And they kind of just teach what they teach, and then that's it. There's no kind of dedicated time to students. And if they need something extra or need some extra help, they kind of, I guess, I don't really know, because in a big school, I would assume that doesn't really happen that often. Where here at Framingham State, you could set up an office hour with that professor if you needed that extra help. It was just, that's what it was. It was nice to have that ability and that option.
Now, when was your high school small?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I would think even if you went to a big high school, though, you could still be overwhelmed at college, because this is really make it or break it. You're trying to get into a career. So if you don't have the attention, I could see where that would be tough.
Right. And for me, I just wanted the ability, in case I struggled, to have that outlet to ask the professor, not only like my peers, because that's great, but like ask the professor for help, and have that like ability in there. In a large school, sometimes I feel like the professor doesn't actually want to do anything beyond what they teach in class. Whereas here, I really felt that the teachers wanted to make sure that everyone got everything that they needed, whether it was in class or outside of class, in that extra like office hour time.
Who are some of your favorite teachers?
Ooh, I don't want to put anyone on the spot.
I know,
the entire math department was, obviously I was a math major, so they were all great. Yeah. The head of the department, Robert Page, he helped me through a lot, and I couldn't have graduated without him. So he's one of my favorites.
Okay, now tell us about your role in the office, because now my first week here, everybody told me that you are the smartest person in here. So we've not actually ever worked together because we've been virtual. So looking forward to actually seeing you in here, but tell us a little bit about what you do. I know you run a lot of numbers, but it's more than that.
Yes. So I do a lot of data in the office. That was transitioned to me before COVID, when things started to, we saw the writing on the wall, and we kind of knew events was not going to be a real thing. They are still a thing. I shouldn't say that, but when COVID hit, they were definitely less.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started off as a student supervisor, worked my way up to Alumni Relations Coordinator, and then what I am right now is Alumni Relations and Database Manager. So I've had every single role you could imagine. I've done it. I know I've been there probably now 9 years. So wow. It's everything is, I know where everything is. Everyone asks me like, oh, I can't find a stapler. Let's ask Nicole because she's been here. Yeah. That type of thing. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a good team-oriented thing, which obviously you have to have in this kind of business.
Absolutely.
L'Heureux Ceramics, tell us about that. You've got your own company. That's so cool.
Yeah, so I actually took a ceramics class at Framingham State, which is kind of what jump started me into wanting to do this. I took I think it was Intro to Ceramics. I forget who the professor was, but she was awesome. I loved it. So when I then went into my master's program, I wanted to find like an outlet to kind of relax and kind of decompress and just kind of gather my thoughts. So I found a workshop in the local town that I was living in and kind of took it from there. So with L'Heureux Ceramics now, I have my own studio in my parents' house. So I do small batches, mostly custom work. But recently I just started teaching at a different local studio for, anywhere from kids from 10 years old to adults who just kind of want to get their hands dirty with some clay.
That's great.
So yeah, so it's been a great experience, and Framingham State definitely pushed me into that direction. Just taking that class, I just found a passion for it, and then it took off from there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, the school really helped you, and you have this on the side.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
What would you say to someone that wants to come here? I know that's this is a good marketing thing, but I mean, people that I've had on this program have been terrific in endorsing the school.
Yeah, I would say definitely check out Framingham State. My initial plan was not to come to Framingham State. Like I said earlier, I came because my sister went here. She showed me around campus. She showed me everything that she loved about it. And that kind of made me fall in love. And it's affordable,
Yeah.
My parents having two girls in college at the same time is crazy. And so Framingham State was a great option, and anyone would be able to, should look into it, especially in our department. We do a lot with trying to help students, afford college. And that's what I think it's all about. Our mission is to help all students that, need it. So if we can provide an education and better someone's life with it, I think it's just great.
Yeah, that's a great message. And also this state and this region, there are colleges we have some of the best colleges in the world here. So the expense is very high. So don't equate a cheaper school here being that you're getting less of an education.
Absolutely. And Framingham State location wise, I think is great too.
Yeah.
So you can get a great education and still be close to the city.
Yeah.
I know some kids really want to have that city feel and that city experience, which you can still have, but you can also you don't have to be in debt by it. You can come to Framingham State, get that great education and still be able to enjoy the city, even Natick, Wellesley, all those surrounding towns are great.
Yeah, right in the middle, Boston and Worcester. You have, Providence is not far or anything. Well, Nicole, this was great. Thank you for doing this. And I do look forward to actually meeting you at some point down the road.
Absolutely.